Most common gestures of respect around the world. Number 10. Kneeling. Kneeling is an ancient gesture of respect that is still common in many parts of the world. It is most often used as a sign of deference and humility in the presence of someone perceived as more powerful or important than the person who is kneeling. It is sometimes seen in religious settings, such as when one kneels in prayer, or as a sign of respect to a monarch or other ruler. In some cultures, it is also a sign of gratitude towards someone or something that has done a person a favor. In some cultures, such as those in East Asia, the gesture of kneeling has evolved to become a sign of submission, respect, and even repentance. In others, such as parts of Europe, it is still seen as a sign of respect and deference. Number 9. Bowing. Bowing is one of the most common gestures of respect around the world. It is seen as a sign of humility, respect, and recognition of the other person's status and position. In some cultures, a bow is a sign of respect from a subordinate to a superior. In other cultures, a bow is simply a gesture of politeness, a way to acknowledge and thank another person. In Japan, bowing is a deeply ingrained part of the culture, and is seen as a sign of respect and humility. In this tradition, the deeper the bow, the more respect is shown. Bowing is also common in many Eastern religions, such as Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism. In these religions, a bow is seen as a sign of admiration and veneration of the divine. In some countries, such as Kenya, the traditional gesture of respect is a bow combined with a handshake. Number 8. Touching the feet. Touching the feet is one of the most ancient and common gestures of respect around the world. In many cultures, touching another person's feet is seen as a sign of respect and humility. In India, touching the feet of elders is a customary gesture of respect while greeting them. It is seen as a way of expressing gratitude and reverence to the elderly. In some countries in the Middle East and North Africa, it is customary to touch the feet of a person who is of higher social standing or authority as a sign of respect. In some cultures, such as those in Latin America, touching the feet is seen as a sign of admiration and respect for an individual's achievements. Number 7. Kissing the hand. Kissing the hand is a sign of deep respect and reverence which is most common in countries where the traditional feudal system is still in place, like parts of Latin America and the Middle East. A sign of respect to a superior or elder, it is usually used as a greeting and is often accompanied by a bow or a curtsy. This gesture is symbolic of the days when the lower classes would kiss the hands of their liege lords in an act of homage to the power and authority of the nobility. Even though the feudal system has long disappeared, the gesture remains an enduring symbol of respect in many cultures. Number 6. Shaking hands. Shaking hands is one of the most common gestures of respect around the world. It is a sign of goodwill and respect, often used to greet someone or to seal an agreement. Handshakes are popular in Western culture, where they are often used as a polite way to greet someone or to thank them for something. In some countries, shaking hands is a sign of respect for the other person. For example, in the United States, shaking hands is the traditional way to greet someone. In other countries, such as Japan, shaking hands is an act of acknowledgement and respect, but it is not considered as a way to greet someone. Handshakes are also common in business settings, where they are often used to seal agreements or close deals. In many cultures, it is also considered good manners to shake hands with someone when you meet them for the first time. Number 5. Touching the forehead. Touching the forehead is a gesture of respect that is common in many parts of the world. It is typically done when greeting someone or expressing gratitude for something. In India, it is a sign of respect that is often displayed when a person greets someone of higher social standing, such as an elder or a religious leader. In some cultures, it is also a way to express humility or a sign of submission to a higher authority. It is also a gesture of great respect in Middle Eastern cultures, where it is known as a salam, or salutation. In some parts of the world, Touching the forehead is also seen as a gesture of prayer or blessing. Number 4. Hand over heart. Hand over heart is a common gesture of respect around the world. It is a way of showing sincerity, humility, and trustworthiness. It is used to express appreciation, respect, admiration, and gratitude for someone or something. It is often accompanied by bowing, a nod, or some other gesture, depending on the culture. In some cultures, it is used to pay respect to someone important or to honor a deceased person. In the southern United States, it is used to express patriotism and is seen as a sign of respect for the country. In some Asian cultures, it is seen as a gesture of humility towards a superior. In India, it is used to express gratitude and thankfulness. In the Middle East, it is used as a symbol of peace and unity. Number 3. Standing at attention. Standing at attention is a common gesture of respect and is used in many places around the world. It typically involves standing with the feet slightly apart and the back straight, the arms at the sides, and the hands clasped behind the back. This gesture is used when showing respect to a person of authority, such as a teacher, a military officer, or a leader. It is also used in some countries when saluting a flag or anthem. In some cultures, standing at attention is considered an expression of respect and loyalty. It is also used in some cultures as a sign of deference when speaking to someone in an official capacity. Number 2. Nodding. Nodding is one of the most common gestures of respect around the world. It is used to signify agreement and confirmation of understanding, as well as to show appreciation and acknowledgement. It can also be used to communicate politeness and respect in many different cultures. In some cultures, a slight bow of the head while nodding is an additional gesture of respect. Nodding can also be used to indicate agreement in a conversation, to show that you are listening, or to let someone know that they have made a valid point. Additionally, it can be used to let someone know that you understand their feelings or perspective. Nodding is a universal and powerful gesture of respect that can be used to show politeness, agreement, and understanding in almost any culture or context. Number 1. Waving. Waving is an extremely common gesture of respect in many different cultures and countries around the world. It is usually used as a sign of greeting, as a polite way to say hello or goodbye, or as a way to express gratitude. Waving can be done with the hand, arm, or even the whole body, and the gesture may vary depending on the country or culture. In some countries, the hand is held in a backwards gesture, while in others the arm is held up in a more forward motion. In some countries, people may even sway their whole body while they are waving. Waving is a simple gesture that is widely used to show respect and politeness in many cultures. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos for more fascinating curiosities from around the world. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. See you next time.